Hello everybody, it's your boy Redstone Nags here and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we are going to be checking out the brand new Minecraft 26.1 update that just came out a few days ago. So for those wondering why it's not labeled as 1.21.12, let me quickly explain. Long story short, back in December of last year, they pretty much switched to a new version numbering system. So pretty much updates / game drops going forward are going to be labeled by the year they're released in and also the drop number. So since this is the first game drop of 2026, that's why it's labeled as 26.1. And it is called the Tiny Takeover Update, which as you can guess by the title, pretty much adds in a bunch of new models for the baby mobs, adds in a new item related to that, as well as a couple of other changes and also a new crafting recipe for a certain item and other things like that. So this is actually the 7th update to add in a couple of new stuff since the previous game drop that was like about 3 months ago, back in December of last year, called the Mounts of Mayhem update. Which that update added in a new weapon, a couple of new hostile mobs to fight against, some new rideable mobs for both land and sea, a new type of horse armor, and other things like that. So before we get into all the things that is in this update, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that guys, let's get into it. So first things first, we're gonna head inside this building called the Baby Mob Lab Complex. But before we do go inside, we're gonna quickly go over a few things. And by that I mean some updates / changes that you need to know first. So the first thing is, new baby sounds for wolves, cats, pigs, horses, and chickens. New adult sound variants for the following animals: cats, pigs, cows, and chickens. And also, some baby mobs have their bounding boxes tweaked / increased to align with the new models that they got. Which for those that don't know, the bounding box pretty much defines the space that a mob occupies, controlling collision, movement, and interactions. Also, baby camel husks are removed. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get inside. So here are all of the new models for most of the baby mobs, which we're gonna go over them one by one, starting with baby cows, of all the different variants that you see right here. Next we got baby mushrooms, both red and brown variants. Next we got baby sheep, of all the different colors. Next we got baby pigs, of the 3 different variants. Which by the way, saddles on baby pigs no longer render. Next we got baby cats, in which baby cats are now scaled up to match the size of the baby ocelots. And speaking of baby ocelots, these are what they look like right here. Next we got baby wolves, of all the different variants. And also, armor on baby wolves no longer render. Next we got baby chickens, and you can very much see how different they are compared to how they used to look like in previous updates. They're very tiny now, I must say. Next we got baby rabbits and also new adult rabbits, so you can see how the adult rabbits look very much different from how they used to look like in the previous update. And while we're on the subject, they also got new animations for both baby and adult. And that includes the 2 killer rabbits in the back right over there. I actually kind of like this animation for the rabbits. Next we got baby horses for some of the variants. And as a quick note, baby horses are now scaled up slightly. Adult horses' black dot markings were updated to look closer to the baby variant. Next we got baby donkeys, as you see right here. baby mules. Next we got baby zombie horses, baby skeleton horses, baby camels, in which saddles on baby camels no longer render. Pretty much the same deal as the pigs. Next we got baby llamas, baby bees, baby foxes, baby goats, baby armadillos, baby polar bears, in which baby polar bears no longer attack foxes. Next we got baby pandas, as you see right here. Next we got snifflets, or baby sniffers, baby dolphins, baby squids, baby glow squids, baby turtles, and now these ones are actually quite tiny. Baby axolotls, of all the different variants. Baby striders, pretty much riding on the adult striders. I basically had them riding the adult strider so that way you could see them in full, because having them in lava by themselves, half of them is like synced into the lava. So this way you can get a better view of them. Next we got baby hoglins, baby zoglins, baby zombies, baby husks, baby drowned, baby piglins, baby zombified piglins, baby villagers, and lastly, baby zombified villagers. So those are pretty much all the new models for most of the baby mobs in this update. So now we're going to move on to the new item that is pretty much associated with the baby mobs, in which that item is called Golden Dandelion. And before I go over the information for it, to craft this you just need 1 regular dandelion surrounded by 8 gold nuggets. So the golden dandelion is a new type of flower that is responsible for keeping baby mobs from aging. So what you have to do is right-click a baby mob with the golden dandelion to lock them in baby form. Green particles moving downwards will show. Also, if you right-click a baby mob that you already fed a golden dandelion to, you can reverse the process, allowing the baby mobs to age up again, in which green particles moving upwards will show. And by the way, this does not work on undead baby mobs and baby villagers. Those are the only baby mobs that are not affected by the golden dandelion. So now let me demonstrate. So we've got a baby pig, baby cow, and a baby chicken. So again, you just need to right click with the golden dandelion like this, and you see green particles going downwards, and also that sound effect. So this pig is now pretty much stuck as a baby. Same thing for the cow and the chicken right here. So now these 3 mobs right here cannot age up no matter how much you feed them certain foods to make them grow up. And of course, if you want to reverse the process, you just need to feed them the golden dandelion again, like this. And you hear a different sound effect and you saw green particles going up. So now the 3 different mobs that I gave the golden dandelion to again will now age up after some time has passed. But the ones that I did not feed the golden dandelion to again will not age. So with that, we're gonna move on to the final room, but give me a quick second to put all these mobs in that little pen over there before we proceed.
A few moments later.
Okay, that's done. So now we're gonna head into the final room, which contains other changes and also a new crafting recipe for a certain item. So the first thing we got is a new trumpet sound for note blocks if you put them under copper blocks. And the trumpet sound changes depending on the copper block you have it under. So you notice that the more oxidized a copper block is, the lower the trumpet sounds. I know a lot of people are gonna try to get creative with that, for sure. So the next thing we got is that stone can now be directly crafted into cobbled variants in the stone cutter. As you see right here. And the same thing goes for the deep slate, that can now be directly crafted into cobbled, polished, brick, and tidal variants in the stone cutter. As you can see right here. The next thing we got is a new look at the small armor stands. So the new armor stands are now correctly displayed using the adult armor stand and scaling it down. Also, just as a quick note, small armor stands are still obtained via commands. Which I know that kind of felt like an obvious one, but it still had to be said regardless. And the last thing we got is craftable name tags. Now this is pretty much something we've all been waiting for quite some time, because as a lot of you already know, finding name tags in your Minecraft world is such a pain. Like you have to go on big explorations to find them in dungeon loot, maybe some mansions, treasure chests, etc. And sometimes you may not even find that many name tags, but here you can craft as many as you want. By 3 ways. So it's just one paper in the middle like this, and then you can use one of the following nuggets. Iron nugget, golden nugget, and copper nugget. So pretty much whichever nugget variant you find first, or which one you can find the most of, then you can use that to craft your name tags. And also while we're on the subject of name tags, this also affects trades from these 2 types of villagers. So updated info on name tags and also certain trades. So name tags no longer can be found as loot chests in ancient cities and woodland mansions. Master librarians no longer offer name tags, but they do now offer red and yellow candles for 3 emeralds each. As you see right here. And as you may have already seen for at least a second, Master Librarians now have 3 available trades to ensure that an enchanted book trade is always offered. And the last thing is, Wandering Traders will now offer name tags for the price of 1 emerald. As you see right here. Which I guess is a pretty good deal in case you can't find the nuggets or even have the paper to craft them yourself. If you happen to run into these guys, then that's a pretty good deal for name tags. And that is pretty much everything there is to know of the brand new Minecraft 26.1 Tiny Takeover update. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on the notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next week in another command block tutorial video. Goodbye!